Welcome to some One Piece action. If you're new to the channel, please give us a subscribe. And if you're a returning viewer and have not subscribed yet, please give us a subscribe. It definitely helps the channel grow. All right. Yes, we got a treat for y'all. It is Kyros. And it's funny. There's lots of decks that are just simply misunderstood. I should say leaders, right? There's lots of leaders that are simply just misunderstood. And as players, we tend to tunnel vision on certain efforts. And with Kyros, I'm like, this leader is not meant to take out 10 drops. That's not his versatility. He is yellow black. There is a lot of yellow cards that can take advantage of cost reduction. And him, having to pop a 0. I think we should take this one. But anyway, him having to pop a 0. Oh, cool. What you call it? Makes it so basically it makes it easier for us to just handle the early to mid game. So we're looking at about 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? And because they got rid of Ice Age, 5 is like a gray area, so it might be more like 6. So unless we got like if it's like a 2-card combo for the cost reduction or yada yada. But all in all, yeah, without Ice Age, it does make it a bit tougher. But yeah, this leader, if you just focus on the early game for its leader ability and then use card effects for the late game characters, yeah, this thing flows pretty well. And then there's a bit of a struggle knowing when to take life. So what happens here is you use your blockers, obviously, to protect your life, so that way you can use your life. Then when your life is face up, normally you'll just take that hit, so that way you can use the next life to pop something else. Now, we do play Viola, so if you have a Viola, then it opens up the window for combos and versatility. So like, you can play Viola, put it face down, and use Viola to protect your life. Or, which is like a lot more promising, is promising the right word? A lot more guaranteed. Like, let's say perfect, you have the 4-drop Kuzan that reduces by 4. And then you play Viola, you flip your life face down, you attack with Kuzan, and then you use leader ability. You get it? So it's kind of like that. I would like to see. Oh, okay, we're going for the 8-drop. I respect it. Cost reduction, pop just to get off the board. All right, and having that what you call it, Isho, works wonders. Isho, but of course Kuzan's like the 10-drop Kuzan's like the god of cost reduction, but it's a 10-drop. It's more difficult to get to that threshold. It is what it is. So you put the Don on it, pop. Now, of course, it would have been lovely if we could have. Oh, that happened. It would have been lovely if we could have gained the life. But yes, I realize Yamato plays a huge role for this leader. I like watching content to try to get ideas and inspiration. So it feels like Yamato is a guarantee. You have to play Yamato in the deck. Because of that, you potentially could wombo combo, right? You could Yamato pop and then leader pop. It keeps giving you a face down life card, so you could try to keep using your leader ability, and yeah, so I was like, this has to be the boss card. And then Isho, and I mean, you load the deck up with cost reduction for the most part, right? You load the deck up with cost reduction because once again, it's your leader ability and your combo cards. So if you can come up with a design that benefits off of 10-drop, basically make it to the late game and then let you use 10-drop Kuzan, that would be great, because every Yamato right behind that 10-drop is toxic. You're popping damn near anything off the board, you're gaining another life, and then you could flip and pop something else, right? Very toxic wombo combo. But it's a board state that could be difficult to achieve. Thankfully, they, those events that search for anything that's cost 4 and up, they really come in handy. They really changed the value of a lot of bad leaders. I promise you, they really do. Because usually, half is that fair to say? There's definitely a fraction of what makes leaders bad is them not having like proper curve. I love this card. And the value you can get from it is insane when you have cost reduction with it. So yeah, sure, you give them a life, but it's still board removal, and boom, card out the hand. So it's really powerful. Anyway, so there's a fraction of what makes a deck bad is it not having a proper curve, or some sort of system, some sort of end game, right? Because they didn't really. I mean, Kyros is. I remember responding to a comment. Kyros is 100% a leader that they just left dead in the water. I honestly don't even know what they. Viola, right? Viola would be the card that they released for this leader, but you know what I'm trying to say. I don't even know what support they gave this leader, but anyway, yeah. So leaders that don't like have an end game, and they have to borrow cards from other archetypes and stuff like that from other teams. It's like, boom, now you have the event that can help you find those pieces as if it was just all one family. Help you find those pieces and set up your board. So yes, I really feel like those events help shape a big difference. But this is dominantly Navy, so brand new search is all we really need. So yeah, Isho does fantastic. We have this Sengoku to do Hina plays. So once we get a Hina in the trash, we can just play that. It's a blocker. Hina comes back. That's -4. Potential leader ability. Now, I will say this leader does make the matchup more complicated. All right, so we just to get something functioning, and we flip our life back face down. Now, probably they won't attack with that pudding, but they clearly got to get Tashigi off the board. We don't really have combo potential, which is the problem. We're not seeing valuable pieces. So too bad. I really wish they didn't lock the 1-drop Sengoku. Oh my god. That would help this deck flow so much better. But they locked the 1-drop Sengoku. It's very annoying that they did. Because it's like you can't search outside of using the search event. You can't search for the 10-drop Kuzan. So I'm just like, this is exactly what a lot of black decks would need to help them find their 10-drop Kuzan. And then they lock the Sengoku, which I find so crazy. Anyway, so you might want to play Sabo in here, right? You might want to. This is, like I said, like I normally say, like a beta build. Until we show a final deck list, always understand that these decks are a work in progress. But if you like what you see, of course, I'm willing to share the deck list. This one's a little bit more challenging. I ain't gonna lie to you, because we do rely on our trash, but we don't really have a comfortable system to get cards in the trash. So that's kind of part of the problem here. Isho does great cost reduction, the 8-drop that is. It kind of helps the rest of the deck flow pretty well. Flip, pop, there we go. And like I said, this leader is pretty strong to help you control the early to mid game. That's what it really is. Those life cards are to help you control the early to mid game. And then if you get lucky with a real healthy cost reduction combo, then technically you can take out a late game card. But your late game, the opponent's late game should be controlled with like an event, or like you see this, the yellow 4-drop Kuzan, he has a threshold of 3. So in theory, we do some sort of cost reduction play. We can get a bigger body off the board, and usually bigger bodies don't have counter power, and get a card out their hand, which will make it more difficult for the opponent to be able to protect what they got. Yeah, they're clearing our board now. And like I said, it is more difficult. Like, this is kind of a bad matchup for us, low-key. Yeah, with this leader, giving the +1 in cost is just going to make it harder for us to do our cost reduction and removal. So yeah, not exactly the leader we would like to face, but it is what it is. All right. Classic board removal right here. Classic board removal attempt. They save. We play. We think. We lower. Get a blocker down. Use ability. Pop. Yeah, this build is blocker reliant. Especially when you think about how the leader ability works. So it's definitely blocker reliant. Zoro hits the board. Opponent has 3 cards in hand, but respect to their board. I ain't gonna lie. They rest our blocker. Well, we are gonna be okay taking a hit. Now they're just going for the board. Okay, that's kind of fine because the next attack can only go for life, and at this point we want to take. That's 4, but sadly we don't have cost reduction. Sadly, we don't have cost reduction. I mean, we could pop the Zoro, and it does develop a 9k body for us to try to fight back with. But man, oh man, would it be nice to have like a 4-drop on the board that does -4. Or even an Isho would have been healthy. Cards from hand. Yes, they gave us a card from hand. Now we only have 1 blocker on the board. Some counter power. Isho wouldn't give us the hand destruction effect, but it would still be a global -3. I don't know if that's going to help us at this point in time. Obviously, you want to see Isho much earlier in the game. Okay, we take. All right, so we get blocker, so we have more chances to survive. Understandable. Rush Luffy. Okay. We might have to lose this life. Trigger, does it help us? I think it's just draws, right? Yeah. Oh, we went for it. Oh, we got rid of that. That's interesting. A part of me felt like, oh, we definitely have to oblige here. We're gonna have to discard. Oh no, we could block. We can block. Okay. Now, if they have an event in their hand, they're not going to want to Don, stack, and swing. They're not going to want to Don, stack, and swing. Okay, there it goes. Interesting, but we don't have any life cards. So, comboing right now with the Rebecca and getting back and minusing 4, sadly, is not available to us. Are we thinking about punching their board? This is tough. Please just drop. Give us a sign. Nope, you save it. Okay, that's 2k over. Okay. That's risky. But we technically can play 2 Rebeccas. Okay. Cost reduction is not helping us right now. What type of combo are we going for? I'm confused. Was that just to get something developed? Maybe. Maybe. Okay. How? This is like one of those duelist puzzles. If we survive this turn, then we can win next turn. Block that, of course. If they swing too light and allow us to counter out, that is going to cause them to lose the game. Block. This is crazy to me. This is crazy to me. Okay, we have to block. It is what it is. And then end. And then you end your turn. I mean, we have the counter power if you dare. And if you dare, that just tells us you can't play an event. Okay. They were looking for something. They were looking for something. Oh yeah, you can't tell me this situation ain't scary. We have 3 attacks and we need to math this out as proper as possible. We might be able to stall this. No, I don't think so. Yeah, forget what I thought. We don't got a blocker. We can't end this scenario with a blocker. Counting down, making sure. That's crazy. So that has to be a bluff. Oh my God, and the 2K. Oh my God. This is ridiculous. So that was a bluff. Yo, congrats on that, Luffy, bluffing with the Don. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. Nobody be bluffing in this game. I'm telling you, people just do not be bluffing in this game. That bluff, oh my God, that bluff was scary. Good stuff, good stuff. Good stuff. Now we have a blocker, but to swing with Usohachi, they're gonna have to put that Don on that character. Okay, so I feel like this is a throw in the towel type scenario. And luckily we have what, 10k of counter power? Did I say 10k? We could become 10k, but we have 5k of counter power. Yeah, the Kuzan's 1k. That Kuzan is pretty solid in my opinion. I'm guessing we're keeping the Kuzan just in case they... Well, they only got 1 Don. They can't play a blocker. Here's the fun part. I feel like technically... No, because that's a 4. I was going to say, I feel like technically we can, what you call it? Play the Kuzan, get the card out their hand, and just attack. No, wait, we probably could have did that. But yes, this is just looking like a bluff, so there it goes. Wow, that was desperation. Wow, that's crazy. That is so crazy. The skin of our teeth. That is so crazy. And here we go up against purple Luffy. Dang, look at that. The app is apping. Well, it's not apping as bad. I think I've seen where you get stacks like 222 or 22, and then all of a sudden you get a card out of life, and then boom. So this is the more tamed version of the app apping. Yep, because that is a blocker. Pop. Get that value. Swing. Now, fun fact is we're comfortable taking this hit because it will give us access to use our leader ability again. But it won't be the end of the world if a Viola drops. Yeah, look at that hand size. The crazy part about... Okay, they pop. The crazy part about this Luffy is like, if we was to use that Kuzan, they could just like draw their life. I don't see a problem with taking the hit outside of we don't got like a cost reduction combo. Okay, we're at the 6 Dawn state. Yeah, we don't have enough to combo anything, sadly. Developing Tashigi. Look at their life. I would look at their life. You get to sort it. Okay, so we're going to stop them from getting that 2K. So there we go. We just got to remember that they have a 2K there. I mean, hopefully we could see some other cards right now. I mean, we do got a Hina in the trash, and that's cool, but this is Purple Luffy. They ramp like that for a reason. Counter. Block? Question mark? Either it's a rush Luffy or it's a 10 drop. Because they're swinging like it's a 10 drop. Yeah, there it goes, rush Luffy. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you should keep that Dawn active. Man, a Kuzan in the trash would be so great right now. I don't think you got anything left. Yeah, I was like, I don't think you got anything left with that turn, buddy. Attack life, put pressure, because the Paulie, we got a combo play for the Paulie. And Tashigi's about to become a pseudo blocker, I can tell you that right now. Minus, leader ability, pop, end turn. So we have a blocker and we have Tashigi. I'm sure and of course they're not gonna want to want to leave Hina per se on the board. So they're probably gonna attack the Tashigi, and they're probably gonna attack the Hina. If they got another rush character, then that's probably when they, you know, make a play for life. I mean, look at their hand size, right? So it's definitely plausible that they have what they need to do some damage this turn, which is, like I'm saying, a rush character. I mean, a 9-drop Big Mom wouldn't be too shocking. Is it a debate? It's probably a debate between going for life or going for Hina. Oh. I don't understand. There's a misplay afoot. Was they not looking at the cost? Or do they just want to load their board up? Is that what just happened? Interesting. Oh my god. Okay. They just loaded their board up. That's what just happened. Man. Why aren't we getting like a 4-drop Cruzon way earlier in the game? You know how well he can set us up? This is ridiculous. Swing for 7. You got plenty of hand size. Wow. So you gave us your only, you summoned your only 2K? Is that what this is? I mean, respectfully, they are threatening game. Oh, I think we overshot the Dawn. Ain't no way. This is disgusting. Ain't no way. Well, G, that's a sad story. Thanks for watching. Yeah, the deck is still a work in progress, but hey, feel free to comment any leader you would like to see and we'll display it in an upcoming video. Subscribe.